Thank you very much. Yeah, these two teams need absolutely no introduction, but we are going to give them one. It is OG versus NIP in this best of 2 series to find out who's going to be taking the lead through in this group stage. Both teams looking up and ready for battle. A lot of drama surrounding these two teams previously on throughout the week. A lot of Twitlonga's been going down for everybody. I'm excited to find out who's going to be taking the victory here today. So Topson heading up to this top lane, definitely heading up to the mid lane. I kind of had an idea about him possibly going mid, but I mean the Troll just can't lane against any of those heroes on the side of NIP, so they're kind of forced into these certain lanes here.
Oh, and the quick pause, as we like to call it, even we don't know what the issue is.
Yeah, you know, first match of the game, got to give them a break. You know, probably some technical issues going on there. So. The biggest changes for the heroes which were in this game, were there any stand out to you? I mean, I think probably Zeus is
he has
mana regen and everything,
mana regen,
right?
yeah, and the big thing is Arc Warden and his Aghanim. So this is the hero that usually gets 6 slotted pretty easily, and he can spawn tomes. Like just spawn a double damage tome, either for yourself or for your team.
I was like, spawn tomes? Good
Maybe you can spawn tomes.
Spawn runes, yeah. We talked about tomes way too much.
I've infected you.
Got into my head.
I'm sorry.
Gareth, the Tome Lord.
I'm going to leave.
All right, goodbye, Gareth. Thank you. Yeah, the Rune Forge ability. I completely forgot about that one, actually. That's, I don't know, is that good? I mean, if he finds a double damage, then surely that's amazing.
I mean, you can get
and the
either that Invis Rune for your team to gank, but in late game, double damage Rune is probably the best one on top of Arcane Rune. Like just lowering the cooldowns.
Yeah, that could be really intense as NIP actually going in pretty deep behind the Radiant here, but OG are gathered up to try and defend themselves from this possible rune snipe which PPD and 33 tried to go for, so they're going to be forced back for the time being. Notel just trading a little bit with PPD. It's Luminate leveled up on him, so won't be... Oh, he's trying to land it! No, PPD. Oh, no, he's going to... Oh, no, he's not.
He's
okay.
going to dodge it.
Managed to just about there. So Anna starting out in the bottom lane, Seb getting 1 bounty rune. How do bounty runes actually fall?
Enough, we're not going to talk about bounties nor tomes anymore. Ace already has Quelling Blade on the top lane. Will be
3 bounties for OG.
Supported by the Chen on the top lane. Seb so far soloing here. Let's see if someone decides to rotate.
Yeah, they're jumping on him pretty heavily here. PPD and Ace getting to work. That overwhelming odd's going to help him get a little bit of speed just to run around the map and keep his distance maybe, but he's losing a lot of health in the first few minutes of this lane. Meanwhile, down at bottom, 33 going for the pull. Notel blocking him up, so we'll just burrow strike underneath him. Can't go around him, just go underneath him.
Yeah, we can see Chen with Divine Favor level 1. Doesn't cost any mana. Also, once he uses a Tango, it also amplifies the damage from it. I mean, the regen from it amplifies his damage. Pretty easy to harass. Seb will need to have some kind of a help on this top lane.
Yeah, not having a wonderful time of it so far up here. Meanwhile, down at bottom, Notail still chasing 33. He's not willing to give up the chase just yet. A couple of Illuminates thrown out as well. He's dropping pretty low, but does manage to get the creeps back under his tower to get that XP nice and safely. So now it's just a Zeus down at bottom on his own whilst 33 deals with these creeps. Just pulling it across and using this lightning bolt maybe to secure the CS. Yeah, that's an interesting strategy from Saxa, but you know, getting that early money.
Yeah, you usually get lightning bolt at level 1 if you're playing, even if you're playing an off-lane Zeus. Like you can devord it. They even have a sentry on top of it.
Seb once again just trying to get anything he can out of this lane, looking in for some XP. Actually doing a decent amount of damage to PPD, but PPD just turns around with those right clicks with the Divine Favor, and it's very hard for Seb to lane this one. Currently sitting at 5-0 compared to the Spectre's 12-4.
The way NIP can play this game in the mid game, you have a global strat with Spectre, Haunt, you have Zeus, and you have a Chen to teleport, so they can basically be 4 heroes with just Chen showing up on one particular point of the map. How's mid lane doing? Fada has 15-2, Arc Warden 11-3.
Yeah, 33 is actually into the base right now, though. TPs are coming in. The tower might be enough to bring him down, and Jarrus just comes in and grabs that first blood. Easy peasy. CM getting the kill. Yeah, meanwhile, here's that mid lane you were talking about. Fada and Topson laning up against one another. Fada with the early lead. To be expected, kind of, but Topson's not doing too bad to start off here.
Yeah, but once Thompson hits level 6, it's going to be way easier for him. He can also pick up runes right now, so he can control the runes with his Tempest double.
Yeah, it's really tricky to go for those runes. And Lina, typically a hero which wants to be rotating a lot early on with her early damage, so going to put her in a bit of a sticky situation. So Thompson continues to lane up here. It's... Yeah, how much Fada can Fada actually do in terms of roaming throughout this early game?
He's going to need to be the one roaming because right now my boy 33 has 0-0 CS on that Sanking. So if I saw the draft, I would say there's going to be a lot on Sanking's shoulders to start this fight because he's the one who's going to initiate, but it's looking rough for him. So Lina will have to take over this game, I think.
Yeah, Saxa currently 6-0 compared to Sanking 0-0. I feel like he's taken this greedy 4 thing to a whole new level. He's just a step beyond. He's farmed himself up more so than the Sanking. Notail going to come in and try and grab the rune. Saxa will be able to take it though. Getting the illusion on the Zeus doesn't really do a whole lot, but at least denies it from the enemy mid laner as 33 running around the trees. And Jarek's just laying in the harass once again. Looking to Burrow strike himself away. Not the ideal situation, but with Anna coming in, you do have to be very careful on the Sand King not to get caught out.
I talked about teams will pick up more greedy position 4s, and we can see it already in this game. Zeus position 4, you have Crystal Maiden as well, something that the Team Secret likes to do even before this patch came out. So far, both of these safe lane carries having a really good time. Spectre 31-13 and pretty much same CS for Troll.
Yeah, it's Notail once again, just chasing people around. It's all he's doing this game. He's just chasing people, which is a pretty nice thing for a Cole to do since he has all that movement speed and decent amount of damage to him as well. So yeah, coming up on that rune spot here, Notail just trying to lane out Saxa. Lightning Bolt could come down and ruin this for Notail, and Saxa doesn't time it right, but still gets the rune anyway, so who cares? And it's looking like it's actually 5 bounty runes going to NIP here, so that's a fair amount of gold going to their pocket.
That's pretty much impossible, but 5 bounties.
5 bounties? Yeah, bottled one. That's throwing me all the odd bamboozle there. Rune forge yet? No?
Not too much action happening. 1-0-5 minutes in. There's going to be a rotation from PPD on a mid lane, but he's being scouted by that ward.
Yeah, I think the biggest surprise of this laning phase is how badly this bottom lane has gone for NIP. They're both their Sand King and their Zeus. They've gotten a decent amount between them, but really not that much. And Seb, he's just been kind of getting the creeps he can, skimming his way through the lane, grabbing to the jungle as well, just trying to get money wherever he can find it. He's overwhelming on helping him CS a lot as well. He's actually just manning up on Ace here. PPD's coming in from behind. Seb could be in a bit of trouble, moving up towards the tree line here, but Ace is chasing. He's got that dagger on him as well. Seb going higher and higher, and Ace actually has a level in Desolation as well. They will be able to find this kill. Seb goes down, and Ace will get the first kill in the top lane.
Spectre is level 5.5 with that kill, which means she can start using that haunt aggressively. Lina also level 6, getting closer to level 7. So they might try to look for a kill, especially on Arc Warden if they can land a good stun.
Jax with the smoke and the haste rune. The haste does just run out though, so a kill into Fada seems pretty unlikely unless he can make his way around the back of the tower. Flux comes out. Thompson with the illusion just chasing pretty deep onto Fada here. Does manage to get a beautiful stun, gets both of them, throws out the Laguna Blade, but Jackson from the side. He's got the Frostbite. Thompson is actually going to be the first to fall. Fada going down shortly afterwards. Notail will drop as well. The clone trying to finish off Saxa. Can he do enough damage? He can't. Saxa survives on 40 HP. Never mind. Oh, yeah, he's making up to the high ground there. Jax, he wants to come in though. He's thinking about it, isn't he?
Yeah, and on the bottom lane, Ana solo kills 33 after Zeus TP'd out. They're going to pop the Shrine. Spectre has that haunt ready. I love this build on Spectre. Just a casual 1 Braid Band for some damage, Magic Wand for extra sustain and the mana, and that Soul Ring so you can have extra HP regen and farm the jungle. You just use the Spectral Dagger on 2 camps. It's kind of a pretty standard build these days.
Just farming his way up, as Spectres certainly like to do. Meanwhile, Chris Maiden makes a daring escape in front of the Zeus, but once he drops that Lightning Bolt, there is no TP cancel available, so he can't just escape.
Yeah. One thing that concerns me about NIP's lineup is if they don't kill Arc Warden, how do they siege tier 3 towers? Because they have no tower damage whatsoever. You can't convert siege creeps anymore.
Yeah, it does feel kind of tricky, especially in the long run here. like all your push is basically coming from this Chen, and I guess when the Spectre gets a bit of damage off, then she'll help out as well. But until that point, they're very muted. Meanwhile, the Horn actually comes out for the kill in the mid lane. Topson and Fada both falling down here. No time to get himself away. He uses the blinding light, but the lightning bolt comes down. Ace is still chasing, but there's supports coming in from OG. Seb makes his way over the only one that just blows up Saxon. They've got the frostbite onto Ace. There's the duel coming in. Do they have enough damage to bring him down, though? He's super tanky, the Spectre. They can't finish him off in time, but can they at least get the kill? Playing around the cliff with that dagger. Oh, thank you very much. That is an invisibility rune. Do they have the vision down? No tail. No, you can't get him range. Ooh, Ace, goodness me. Bring himself to 50 HP. Casually walking into that Illuminate there, but he does just about squeak out of this engagement. Thanks, Illusion Rune.
They almost got him on bottom lane. Ana.
He's in some trouble, and by some trouble, he's absolutely dead. No chance of him getting out of that one alive. No chance to use that ultimate. So now NIP, that fearsome push going to come in from them. I mean, it's not bad on the tier 1s with these creeps they've got coming on from the Chen here.
Yeah. As expected, first Haunt committed to kill Arc Warden. They know where the threat comes from. He's really far away from that Hand of Midas. And if you look at the item build that OG has queued up right now, Hand of Midas on Arc Warden, as I mentioned, and then you have a Troll, Battle Fury. I feel like a lot of the players are going away from Battle Fury build on Troll Warlord, just because you can't fight with the team. It feels like you always need another item after that. Oh, I need the Yasha for some extra movement speed, some damage, then I need a BKB, and then you want to fight. It's around 25-minute mark. You're basically not contributing anything. I'm a bigger fan of the Fusel Blade, the Yasha BKB build.
Yeah, it gives you just that kind of earlier fighting from the Troll Warlord, but I guess OG just feel like they've got this late, you know, they're kind of...
Yeah, it feels like OG has this strat in their mind. If we can just survive, we can out-carry them, but since it's like a solo core on their side, you have a Spectre. Lina scales to one extent, but it depends what kind of a build she goes for.
Well, they'll grab themselves that little doggy there is... Sax just throwing in some lightning into the middle lane. How well is Saxa going to sail throughout this game as a 4 position, though? Oh, let's see. Tomes, wait, he bought one. Only one for the time being.
I'm looking at Garrett, his smile, and he's expecting that Tome number 2 to come soon on Zeus. Well, Zeus is one of the strongest late game heroes. If you can get him 6 slotted, yeah. I mean, he's still going to get a lot of farm.
True, he already is. There's 33 cowers up in the top lane. Whichever lane he goes to, he just seems to be pretty scared. It's not been a gentle game for him so far. The seas have been rough.
And just by having Zeus, you have map control. You can easily devord. I'm surprised that he does not have a Quelling Blade.
Nice couple of CS there, and PPT's coming in around the back. This tower's taking a bit of damage. Seb sees them all. They TP in Fada as well. Seb realizing he has to get himself out of here. The stun comes in. Fada, where's the last strike away? It didn't come down. And Anna's going to be able to TP out from the trees, so this was a rotation in for nothing. Meanwhile, Topson and No-Tail just getting to work on this middle tower. Now Lina is able to TP in because she got TP by the Chen up the top, and look at the damage. No-Tail drops so low once again. Everybody seems to be escaping on no HP in this game, as Fada will just claim that 100 gold for the Will-O-Wisp. A couple of wraiths put down on that stairwell. Zeus will happily tank that up, as Topson still just trying to get as much damage onto this tower as he can and be as annoying as possible with that clone. Sax is actually... is he alright here? He's dropping really low. No, he's just going to die. He gets the snipe. Topson just using his spells.
And they managed to kill Legion Commander on top as well.
Yeah, so much action happening across this map at the same time. But yeah, just the rock, the ensnare, and start up with the burst strike. They've got more than enough lockdown to hold Seb still.
Yeah, I'm glad Troll Warlord is actually switching back to different kind of a build. Has Yasha queued up, he realizes that they might lose this game too early. Spectre's having a time of her life, even though Troll is on the same level of farm right now, but if they can't kill the Spectre because of the vision they have from Zeus, Chen sustain, it's going to be hard. 2k gold lead, 12 minutes in.
It's not bad for an IP, to say the least.
Man, this is such a tough Legion Commander game. She did not have a good laning stage, and she does not have a hero to play with. Like, there's literally 0 burst damage on their side.
I mean, I guess the duel keeps them still long enough for Illuminate, but that is not the kind of burst you're wanting if you're a Legion Commander. That is not an ideal situation.
Ace needs to stay away from the
And they have a Hand
lane.
of God as well, which is super annoying. Like, the Chen is just going to be healing up whoever gets caught inside that duel. It's a real tough game for Seb.
Yeah, Ace spent a lot of time on a mid lane, needs to either farm the jungle, but the Legion Commander is harassing Spectre a lot on a top lane. Has a haunt if they want to make a move. There was some smoke action, and Ana grabs a kill. That's actually solo kill on Zeus.
Goodness. Wow, Zeus dropping solo in the bottom lane. Ana's going to be having a wonderful time now. Already top of the net worth chart, so narrowing that gold lead as well to only 1k. Does still feel like NIP are in a little bit in the driving seat, but it's OG which are pushing in the lanes right now. It seems to be the battle for the middle tower. They're really trying hard to defend this one, NIP. They don't want to let it fall. What does this middle tower do for OG? Why are they trying so hard to take it? Oh, hold on 1 second. They're trying to make a play onto Ana here. The LSA will land, and the damage is out before he can get the ultimate off again. Ana gets roasted in the bottom lane, but OG, now this mid lane tower is opened up for them. 33 trying to run himself out here. Will be able to scuttle himself to safety. Then comes the Hand of God, but PPD held still by the Ignospadas, and the damage coming in. They've got the Jewel as well, and that's going to be a Chen falling down. 33 looking to maybe reinitiate as Ace comes in the backlines. Finds a kill onto Jerax.
Nice
now looking for
stun.
Light Strike Array coming down. Thompson in some trouble, and he's absolutely dead. It's a triple kill for Fada. Now they're going for more on top of Seb. Seb is killed off. It's an ultra kill at 13 minutes in for Fada. What a start to this
that's
Lina.
Lina with Arcane Rune, cast range talent on level 10, and completed the ult scepter.
Well, that is
OG was
convenient.
trying so hard to take that tier 1 tower on mid, and now NIP is going to be the one taking it. Fada with the last hit.
Just so it looked like OG was turning things in their favor. NIP strike back hard. And Fada turning up on the Lina. Ace just heading down to the bottom lane, farming up. You know, doesn't want to be around all the heroes. Doesn't want to share this XP or this gold. He wants everything he can get right now, especially whilst everyone's dead. But
Ace is playing so well this game. He's going in and out every time Haunt is online. He uses it, they grab a kill, and OG should try to maybe read those movements from NIP around the Haunt timings, try to surprise them with the counter smoke. Now they even have a Blink Dagger on a Sanking, which is going to be huge. Like, Sanking is not a hero that initiates with the epicenter. Like, he blinks in, stuns, and then waits for Blink cooldown, then goes
he's
in
going for the
once
epicenter
again.
now. The Blinding Light's going to push him back, though, and that small amount of damage stops the Blink Dagger. So.
Well, 33 disagrees with me.
Yeah. It's just straight up, hey, the cost, let me show you how it's done. But he didn't show you how it's done. He got a bit bamboozled there, and now might be in some even more trouble as they're rolling themselves in. They got the dust on Tim as well. No Tail just giving Ana an extra charge of the axes there. Trying to get onto the high ground now, but they don't want to push up too high onto this. There's a Shrine, there's a couple of heroes. This all of a sudden doesn't look so tasty for OG anymore.
And PPD, he has a full mech. Like, you talked about him being position 6, but this Chen, oof.
He's making that cash money. The lightning being thrown out. I mean, NIP, they seem to be quite cautious here. I'm not sure if they're trying to bait someone in, because I don't feel like they need to be cautious up here in the top lane.
We went full circle with Chen items. Like, he was before always a mech carrier, then you do not want to buy this item on Chen, and now with his Divine Favor aura, like, he amplifies the healing. Heal increase 20%. That's actually a lot.
That is a lot. You're absolutely right there. Yeah, that's going to be a huge factor. So Hand of God and the mech coming out in these fights. Yeah, this really is classic Chen. And that's going to be a lot of healing. As we said before, Seb, he's already having a hard game. It's about to get a whole lot harder.
Spectre, only recipe away from Radiance, level 11. Let's see if she's going to read this gank well. Yeah, this is the problem that I brought during the pick and ban phase. You have position 5 and 4 who basically do the same thing, and there's really no initiation. Your Legion commander did not have a good time, so no Blink Dagger whatsoever.
Oh no, they spotted Seb. They threw the dagger through him so you could see the outline of the hero. Now they're jumping in. Sax actually uses the ultimate there. They're trying to bring him down. They will be able to do so, Seb. No chance of escape from that one.
And you can see Sax, that this is the power of position for Zeus. He does not care about using his ultimate. He just wants to reveal where everyone is so they can know if they want to chase or if they want to fall back. And now he has Ether Lance. He actually did not decide to go for that XP gain talent.
Oh, okay. So no terms, not even the talent. Well, I mean, I guess when you're kind of starting to snowball, you want to keep that going as long as possible. One thing I want to draw your attention to, Lacoste, is this net worth chart here. Because if you see like how greedy the supports on NIP have been compared to the supports on OG, and I think that's kind of partially due to the heroes, but it's kind of surprising to me to see such a vast difference in a team which is usually quite kind of reserved with their support farm.
Well, I'm not, because these two heroes, as I already mentioned, they do the same thing. They can start a fight. If you're playing from behind, both of these two heroes are gonna feel pretty useless. Keeper of the Light and Crystal Maiden, they defend the base well, especially tier 3 towers. This is where OG lineup is extremely strong.
Well, 33 just farming in the danger zone, but no one's really interested in jumping on him here. Very, very reserved behavior from OG. Arc Warden queuing up that Mjolnir for that attack speed. Straight up just wants to kill people. He's not going for any defensive items. I thought he might even go for the Hurricane Pike. There's a lot of jump, a lot of catch for Tops in this game, but he feels confident in his ability to outmaneuver NIP without the aid of those items this early on.
Will-O-Wisp.
Another Arcane Rune on Fada. Might make his way down here. Meanwhile, they're just trying to blow down Saxa, and this will certainly be him dead. One more right click coming in from Topson, and that's going to be a slain Zeus. Meanwhile, the epicenter used, I guess. I think something cancelled it. I'm not sure. I have no clue what did.
I guess the sound. It was there. 33 needs to step up with his epicenters.
He certainly does. Maybe I'm guessing it was a Spark Wraith. That's all I can imagine. Just something catching him off the sides there, but yeah.
They don't have epicenter right now, but they can still take a fight. Radiance is finished on Spectre. Zeus will be alive in 5 seconds. They have level 1 ultimate on him.
And Treads, Soul Ring, and Radiance on Spectre. It was before the 19-minute mark. That was really, really good from Ace. A great start to this game. Ana, he's got the BKB actually finished up, so Ana's kind of ready to fight as well, but how much trouble is this Radiance going to cause for him in these fights? They've already got a ton of control for him. With the BKB, it might be enough to kind of chase people down, but he might suffer. Topson just getting the Midas off in the mid lane. But might be losing this illusion here. Yeah, 240 gold going the way of Saxa. That's fairly nice.
You can see a lot of the players in this game, they want to buy Invis because sentries are limited. Lina with Shadowblade, mid lane.
Jerax goes for the ulti just to clear out these creeps and immediately dies.
Yeah, I was talking about Glimmer Caves. You have Crystal Maiden going for 1. Same goes for Coddle. Even Troll Warlord has Shadowblade queued up.
Yeah, Invis is in. Invis is in, greedy supports are in. We're learning this patch in the most fun way possible by experiencing it firsthand. No telling we're going to grab that bounty room, scoop it up in the top lane. 20 seconds in, it's still there. Ace maybe a bit lackadaisical on going for that. Now the rest of NIP rotating towards the top lane. 5 heroes closing in right now. I'm not sure if they actually want to try and get some kills. They just want to try and find some towers and get this map control to the bottom area of the map. Top area of the map. He's going in on the gen here. Where's the backup coming in? Well, Ana is on top of him here. They might not get the kill in time. He's going down. Yeah, does get the dual victory, but now the epicenter coming in. Does manage to land on here on 33, but he's just getting chopped up immediately. 2 heroes dead on the side of NIP. That was not a smooth engagement.
Yeah, they were not on the same page. 33 blinks in, uses a stun. There's no Zeus ulti to real where they are. Same goes for Spectre. And they're going to take the Roche with this.
Yeah, this is really costly. The OG just capitalizing upon their advantage as much as possible. But Ace Quinny throwing in some daggers here, wants to kind of get in range for the Radiance to take effect as well. Roshan going down kind of quick, but OG realized that they can't really stick around
Fall
and
back
take
to
this
Shrine.
fight.
It's on cooldown. Let's see what they can do.
Blast being used from Seb, just helping back away, but they caught someone in the trees here. This is the Coddle taking a fall. No tail finished off by Fada with that double damage.
Nice
and now a beautiful Burrow Strike coming through. That's 2 easy kills for NIP. Another looking for more. Jerax going for the TP out, but the Or's going to cancel that. Topson as well makes it back to base just in time, but Jerax will not. Picked off as NIP take 4 heroes, and Roche is conveniently already low for them, so they can just get into here and finish off this big boy all by themselves.
Yeah, that was a really good buyback from 33. A bit of mistake before, and he redeems himself with 2-man Burrow Strike. They were waiting for that big initiation coming from him. Follow-up from Spectre and Zeus ulti. OG's lineup is not looking good right now. They're good at defending the tier 3 towers, but how long can they last? If they decide to take a fight without Will-O-Wisp outside their base, it feels like they're going to lose it every single time. Spectre now has full Yasha and level 16 on top of Aegis. Every single time Haunt and Zeus ulti is up, they're going to start playing aggressively. And this Zeus position 4 is getting a lot of items. Once he gets that Aghanim Scepter, it's going to be a completely different story.
Yeah, it's going to be a ton of pressure coming out from NIP once they hit those timings. They've got so many timers to work towards this game, and OG just don't seem to have that many. Like, what big peaks do they have? It's kind of hard to think. Well, the Blink Dagger on Seb, is he going for next to
They found Spectre.
Ace could be in some trouble, but he can just run across the other side of the river, and they just don't have the chase on OG. So, again, just an easy escape for Ace. Yeah, unable to finish off the kills, unable to save their own heroes. It's a dire situation for OG, but game is still pretty close. I mean, Thompson, he's the most farmed hero on the map, and the Troll Wall will just certainly be going to work in the fights when he's allowed to be. And that BKB doing a ton of work for him, but Seth might find himself in some trouble in this bottom lane. They actually missed the Light Strike array. Seb will just back himself off, and well, he actually just comes straight back into the lane. He knows that once they fail the gank, they're just going to run away from him, so he's absolutely dandy. Just come back into that lane and farm up. But NIP, they're still looking to pressure this bottom lane. Smoke comes in, 33 with the Blink Dagger around the back here. Now looking towards the Jerax, it's not the fruitiest of kills, but I'm sure they'll take it. Anna waiting in the wings behind him. Bow strike in, they're going deep, they got no tail. Thompson trying to help him out with that clone. Illuminate comes out, Will-O-Wisp being thrown down as well. 33 is actually the one who's dropping low. He's caught just inside the Will-O-Wisp. No tail, he is going to eventually fall, but as goes 33 as well. But Anna actually picked up by Saxa on the back lines. Too much magic damage before he can get the BKB off, and Jarek's going to go down as well. OG losing more heroes in their own base now as well.
Yeah, they only lost the Sanking. It's going to be a secure tier 2 tower for them. The problem is that OG can't split push that much, since NIP, they have this global ganking lineup. Like, usually you would see Troll Warlord being on a different side of the map, Arc Warden split pushing one of the lanes with BOTs, but okay, Bubble is used.
Yeah, so here's his high ground defense coming into play a little bit here. And he's got the clone coming up as well to refresh that one down. Just trying to keep him off here. NIP showing signs of leaving the base now. OG, I don't even think they're going to look for a pick-off on the retreat, to be honest. It's a really bad situation for them to be in right now, especially with Ace with his Aegis. All right, 24 minutes in, coming up on minute 25. Bounty runes will be aplenty for NIP right now as they have full map control. And currently 7k gold advantage for NIP. Colors goes in for the deny. Real sees that dagger path and goes, well, I'm not getting that one.
So that's Aghanim Scepter on Zeus on top of Manta-style Spectres. They still have a couple of minutes left on Aegis.
Yeah, this global gank lineup just become even globaler. Is that a word?
Is that a word? I think you just made that up. Say Birmingham for me.
Birmingham?
Birmingham.
Well, in the Birmingham accent, in the Birmingham accent.
Yeah.
Birmingham. That's how they say it up there. Yeah, if you want to get your pronunciation right. Impress the locals, etc. Well, NIP are set up in this middle lane. Seb on the high ground, though, goes for the duel, gets the leader if they can bring her down in time, but the Hand of God and the mech coming out, just keeping her alive for such a long time. They can't actually finish battle off in time. She gets the yields off. Meanwhile, Jarex and PPD have both fallen. Both supports going down. Fada dropping solo will finally die, but takes Seb down with her. Seb with the immediate buyback. Thompson in some trouble, being chased down by Ace. The Radiance Burn coming through. A heal comes out from Seb, but the Bow Strike is there from 33 to finish off the kill. Arc Warden taken away, and now Seb also in some trouble here. He's brought back into this one. He can't afford to die again. They won't chase to the high ground right now. NIP don't want to give away anything here. They're just going to be happy with what they got. They got the buyback, and now they can look towards this middle tier 2 tower. But there's a couple of times before the creeps are going to be in here, and they're actually choosing to get themselves out.
Good initiation from OG. They need to risk a lot in this game to actually try to come back. They went for duel on Lina because she has the Yule Scepter. Seb does not have a BKB yet, which means if he duels someone else, he's just going to get the Yule Scepter.
Honor is stalking. He's making the movements onto 33 here. Doesn't actually have the BKB off cooldown, though, as they try to chase in, but that's just taking a ton of damage from the Zeus. No tail as well. Needs to get out of the Nimbus. Will help out with the Grim Cape as well, getting himself to safety as NIP defending every hero they have with everything they've got. And Seb, well, he's tempted. He's certainly tempted. Gonna pop the, now jumps in, gets the duel onto the Chen. Ace is right next to him, though. Can they bring down this Chen in time? Probably not, but can they get the kill regardless? No! And with this barrel, oh my god, the initiation from 33 just completely destroys Seb. Anna still gets that kill onto PPD now, trying to go for the TP out. Should be successful. BKB just down to the line there. But, yeah.
The power of Shadow Blade in this game. I think we're gonna see a lot of Invis items since Sentry's got both buffed and nerfed.
What are the changes to Sentry Wards again? I know they got like a limit of 10 or something in their shop now, right?
So you can't just be angry and buy 10 Sentries. All right, we need We
no
need
more
a lot
spelling
of
out
vision
rude
mid
words
lane.
in the base. Yeah, they find the clone. That's a nice bit of gold. I think that went to Saxa there. Saxa is just so greedy. He's hoovering up everything. It's equal between Saxa and 33 on the net worth chart. It's nice to see that. I mean, Saxa's an awesome player, and yeah, him just taking up a bit more space, you know? Taking up 2 seats on the bus.
Fata needs to be careful about his positioning because he's their second stun. If Sanking is dead or if he does not get a good initiation, he needs to follow it up with LSA.
He's actually going in for the clone here, but I'm fairly sure Thompson's clone's going to be okay unless... The magic damage is actually doing so much to these clones, and he can't keep giving these away, and luckily doesn't seem to fall there, so no gold going to anybody I didn't see. PPD again, just with this mech, going for the medallion next. Not really farming up too hard. He's got the mech, he's happy with that. Now he's kind of settled back into the support role. Slowly heading towards this medallion.
Yeah, it feels like this game could be really long, or it could end if they grab a kill on Arc Warden, maybe even Seb. Arc Warden will farm a lot, has a Blink Dagger, Boots of Travel, Hand of Midas, which means that they are preparing themselves for super late game. Troll, he wants that Silver Age to break the Spectre.
Seb waiting in the trees. 33 might find him here. He actually uses the overwhelming odds, giving 33 a clue as he burst strikes through. Does find the stun, getting blasted away, but not blasted enough as now Seb's actually being initiated on, and it doesn't look like he's getting out of this one. Too much damage coming through from the side of NIP. They will bring down the OG. Now the Will-O-Wisp being used by Fata, gets off the BKB in time and just scaring off the heroes on the side of OG. The ultimate used by the Zeus as well. Thunder God's just ripping through. Where's his epicenter? It's trying to come through, but meanwhile Jax just picks off, and there it is. Light Strike Array going to town. Ana, he's got the BKB, he's got the ultimate as well if he wants to use it. They're trying to keep Thompson alive here, but Thompson is just going to fall to the right click from Spada. Ana, it's a man alone versus the world, and the world always wins that engagement. Ana's falling, and now No-Tell, he is going to be the final head on the side of OG to roll across their map as down goes his tier 2 tower here in the top lane. NIP are just turning up, and they are churning OG's butter.
5-for-1 trade once again. Great stun. Every single time when they win a team fight, it's either Sanking using a 2-man Burrow Strike or Lina with a nice LS8. The problem is they're losing the vision game because of the Zeus and the importance of having a vision once you start a team fight. This is where NIP lineup excels.
And Excel onto the high ground is the next thing they're going to do, just taking chunks out of this tower. It's not the fastest push in the world, but it's certainly doing the job, and the dagger spam just coming out onto Seb as well. He can't even stand close, can't even use the overwhelming odds without being taking some damage here and being his life threatened with the vision, so it's pretty rough, pretty rough. Now 15k gold advantage for NIP and a tower. These shrines now exposed for them, another objective for them to come and take, and a butterfly finished off on the spec. Things really going out of control now.
They don't need to rush anything right now, even though it's a 16,000 net worth lead for them. Next Roche will respawn in less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, his top solution could again be falling here, and that's going to be 300 gold going to Ace. It's not really what you want. Feeding gold away like that is a big problem. I feel like that's something which NIP have really utilized this game, though. They've recognized the value of this clone, they're not letting it split push, and they're always trying to get the kill and take that bounty, because it gives a lot of money.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that. You want to gank the Spirit Bear, you want to gank the Helm of the Dominator creep, because you get way more gold than actually killing a hero.
Yeah, and with all the magic damage they have as well, it makes the bubble pretty much useless. The bubble is popped. Solution will now head down to the bottom lane, where thankfully there are no other heroes around. He's actually going for a BKB, it looks like, on Thompson here.
Radiant are scanning.
Meanwhile, Fata and Saxa rotating up to the top lane. There's 2 OG heroes which can't afford to be picked off like this. Seb and Ana are actually looking for a pick off themselves, but NIP changed directions. They might find Jerax instead. He's got the Glimmer Cape, but there's a dust coming out. Jerax, your days are numbered. It's Little Crystal Maiden. What could she do? Not a whole lot.
Well, she tried to survive, getting some extra armor from that ultimate. Roche will respawn in 30 seconds.
Radiant's middle tower is
Throwing down a bit of ice on their heads never hurt anybody. Well, hopefully the enemy, but in that case, not really. PPD sees Seb, but Seb just scurries away. Ana, though, could be in some real trouble here. He's got to BKB if he needs to BKB TP out of this one. There's a lot of heroes coming in, so kind of does. Oop, juking around through 33, playing it nicely, but there's the Thunder God's Wrath. He's looking at PPD here, actually, but he doesn't want to go into the Nimbus, especially with the Centaur to stun him up as well. Now some damage coming in from the sidelines here. There's that BKB TP used from Ana, trying to get himself to safety. Meanwhile, Seb will not be making it out. Too much vision. How do you run away from a team which has this much global vision? Meanwhile, No Tail falls in the middle lane and Thompson takes a dagger in the ass as he tries to run up to the high ground. The creep's coming in, and the tower will be falling here for sure.
They're so farmed right now. 16,000 net worth lead. Roche just spawned. They don't have to go for tier 3s right now with the Cheese and Aegis. Oh, don't let him.
Oh, no.
No. He left him hanging.
I mean...
That's not a bro thing to do.
It's not at all. No, the derision in NIP, it's plain for all to see now.
Well, pizza party incoming if you don't high-five your teammates after a great successful gank.
NIP, though, they are into more important things. They get started on Roshan, and just as they get started, it's going to get finished. That was a very quick Roshan taking there. Too much damage coming out from these cores. Cheese in the hands of the Lina. What's your favorite type of cheese, Lakoff?
The blue Gouda. It was invented, the French one, 1973.
Oh. Wonderful, thank you. I know what to get you for Christmas now. Ace with that Aegis still in hands. Just picked up, actually, but it felt like not so long ago we had the last one, to be honest, to get started on these shrines. Taking away all the TP points from OG. Ana still just trying to farm, trying to do anything. It really feels like OG are just wandering around aimless, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely does. And Spectre, she's 1 CS away from level 25. That, level 25 talent feels so good on Spectre.
Yeah, about to reach Dreamboat status. And there it is. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Fada trying to find some heroes, sneakily TPing away. It's actually so hard to split push as well with this global lineup because they've got so much vision on you at all times. It's hard to get to the trees and TP out. Like, it's hard to do anything this game. Ana looking for a kill. Is this going to be easy? And, well, there's already a Haunt coming out onto him in the Hand of God as well with the mech. PPD tanking up so much. Meanwhile, Thompson's actually fallen down inside on top of their own base there. So Ana doesn't get the kill on the 5 and the team kill there too. Like, the math doesn't add up to me.
Yeah, OG is in a really tough spot, especially Thompson. He's forced to buy back. If he doesn't, they're just going to go for your tier 3 tower since there's no bubble, so he needs to use it right away. And NIP, they just back off. It's a win-win situation for them. They found Legion.
Ooh, lightning bolts, they've got it onto Seb. Burrow Strike comes through as well, and this is Seb gone. He has not had a game. Seb killed in the top lane, trying to go for some split push action, but it's just not doable from OG. I mean, this lineup from NIP was always going to be good if it was ahead, right? I think a lot of this game kind of depended on NIP finding these early fights, but it didn't look too hard from our perspective with the Lina and the Zeus and the amount of burst damage they have to throw down onto OG. But now at this stage, yeah, it's a lot of map presence and a lot of threat across the map. If things were the other way around, then, I mean, it'd be a different game entirely.
And this game feels over. They just need to finish it. It's... We see a lot of those games. Yeah. When you're playing against Arc Warden, it's extremely hard to finish the tier 3 towers, and this is the timing that we're going to see way more. A lot of the games are going to end around 35 to 37 minute mark because 2 siege creeps are spawning at 35 minutes instead of 30.
Right. Yeah, NIP taking full advantage of that, but you know, you can't just take into account the heroes, you've got to look at the team as well. How many times have OG been in this kind of situation before, and how many times have they come back? But it really would take a miracle in this game here, and unfortunately, miracles on liquid. Clone, he's gonna fall. That's 300 gold for Ace. And Seb jumping in, trying to find the jewel, but won't be able to do it in time. Now the Burrow Strike comes out onto him with the Will-O-Wisp, trying to buy him a little bit of space. Seb on the sidelines here. Meanwhile, the Haunt is actually popped by Ace. Ace just going in deep here. No-Tail taking a ton of damage. Anna's actually the first one to fall. Thompson gets inside the fountain, but Seb is brought down on the steps here. And NIP just taking up residence in the Radiant base. Oh, dearie me.
Yeah, they even managed to kill Troll Warlord on the mid lane, who was split pushing. Ace was all over the place with his Haunt. skipping back and forth with his
Thompson's
hero.
illusion. Pops the BKB and helps him out absolutely none. Now Thompson himself is actually getting jump spawn. His BKB doing a little bit more as he tries to turn it around to 33. He's actually taking a lot of damage. Step comes in, but again doesn't find the duel target. Anna in the backlines here. They finally get the duel off onto the Sand King. Can they bring him down? And the Hand of God actually keeping him alive for such a long time. They finally bring him down, but Seb gonna die back immediately afterwards. And they take down the Troll Warlord. What is left for OG? Their base is in ruins. NIP have taken up residence here, and there is no way they can kick them out. They are still gonna try, throwing out anything they've got, using up every bit of fuel in the tank. OG do not want to give up just yet.
40 seconds still left on that Aegis. One side left for OG. There's the bubble.
Clone. Well, he's actually going to survive a little bit longer than usual, but only because they want to go kill the actual Thompson. That does result in Saxa dying. But now Thompson going to be forced off out of this one. He doesn't have the BKB. It's still on cooldown. He'll get ripped apart. And there's your GG coming out. OG will lose game number 1 in his best of 2 series. NIP with a convincing performance to start off this tournament.
Yeah, NIP was always ahead. I think I addressed some of the issues that the OG lineup had. You have Crystal Maiden and Keeper of the Light. You can't start a fight, and they were always playing from behind, which is going to be really tough. I gotta give credit to NIP. Their cores played so amazing this game. Like Ace farming, his positioning was so well. Fada with the 2-man LSA, same goes for Sankin with his Burrow Strike, even though he did not have a good early game.
Yeah, 33 was like early on, we were kind of like, oh God, what's going on? 33 is looking real rough for you, but then he manages to like flick a switch, and all of a sudden he's just playing like the 33 we know and love. Maybe just, you know, had his cup of coffee one time he was dead.